Hey, Shalawam, Shalawam. Shalawam, Shalawam. Share the live out real quick. Share it. Brothers can't never say I ain't send them the live, man. Like, man, I ain't never see you go live. Yeah. The records is in your inbox. You can't never say I ain't seen you the live. Alright. It's right there. Okay. And this is on TikTok, but it will be uploaded to YouTube as soon as it downloads. Alright, so hey, first and foremost, all praises be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Wakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well in sincerity, taught us this truth. And Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of their ability. It's your brother Yaramya Kazak, back with hopefully another edifying lesson through the spirit, power, and strength of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Wakakadash, our powers, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. All right, Yahawah is the Father's true name, who the world ignorantly calls Jehovah, or Elohim, or Yahweh, or whatever other type of name that they're calling him. But his true name is Yahawah. You should not go by any of those other false names. Those are false deities, false gods, which can be traced back to these false gods, such as Baal, or Moloch, or Ashtaroth, things of that nature. And so the Father's name is Yahawah, Yah meaning he, Hawa meaning to be or to exist. Bahasham means in the name, Ba meaning in, Ha meaning the, Sham meaning name. So Yahawah, he is, he exists in the name. Then Yahawashi, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, or Yeshua, or Yahusha, or whatever they calling him these days. That's not the correct name. The correct name is Yahawashi, which once again, Yah meaning he, Hawashi meaning to deliver, to save, or is salvation. So he delivers, he saves, or he is salvation at the end of the day. So that's the true name of the King and the Son, Yahawashi. All right, and then Bahasham in the name, once again, Rakah, Kadash, Rakah meaning spirit, Kadash meaning holy. So a spirit, holy, a set apart spirit, a holy spirit, right? And that is the spirit of the Most High, Yahawah. Therefore, we have that spirit, all right? Once we come into this truth, we are baptized into this thing, and that spirit is a gift. That faith is a gift. You cannot just go and buy it. You cannot just go and obtain it. You can't read the Bible and obtain the Rakah Kadash. It does not come like that, okay? You cannot go to a college for it. You cannot go to a seminar school for it. You can't go to your Uncle Peg for it, all right? You can't go to your Uncle John for it, okay? Your grandma, Big Shirley, she does not have it, okay? At the end of the day, your pork chop pastor does not have it, okay? At the end of the day, okay? The Rakah Kadash can only be given by Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. And how can you obtain it? By learning from the men that he has raised up, the prophets which he has set forth, according to the scriptures, where it says you shall see thy teachers. All right, if you want to be taught, if you want to be a teacher, you must first be taught first. Okay, so let's get a couple scriptures. And today we're going to go into respect. All right, because I feel like we have to go back to the basics. You know, really back to what your mama and your daddy should have taught you. Simple respect, man. You know, at the end of the day. You know, so I'm going to get this real quick, and then we're going to go into the lesson. This is 2 Timothy 2:2. And the things that thou hast heard of me among many witnesses. Now, this is speaking about Paul. The things that he has taught. Now, what would we be right now? We would be a bunch of little Pauls. We're going forth amongst Gentiles, meaning amongst Israelites that are what? Living in Hellenistic type ways. All right, our brothers and sisters that are living amongst the heathen acting like heathen, right? So we are living amongst the heathen. Therefore, we used to be Gentiles, right? We were all Gentiles. We are coming back into the faith. So we are all a bunch of Pauls right now, going amongst our brothers and sisters, teaching them the correct way. All right, Michael, we corrected you last live. All right, this is my last time telling you, bro. Okay, it's no O in the Hebrew. We corrected you last live. I told you to take notes. You are showing that you did not take notes by still saying shalom. Okay, can a brother please correct that brother for the last time? All right, look, man. We ain't bullshitting over here, bro. Okay, we not bullshitting, bro. Okay, if you bullshitting, then don't even come in alive. All right, we not bullshitting. You might be bullshitting, but we not bullshitting. Okay? All right. And the things that thou have heard of me among many witnesses, the same commit thou to faithful men, who shall be able to teach others also. So the things that I teach you, you're supposed to be able to teach to others. Therefore, if a brother get a correction on the Hebrew, a brother get a correction here and there on what he's doing that's going off, he's supposed to take the correction and be able to go forth and teach that to others. So now, Michael, that you know that is shalom with an A, or shalawam, right? You should be able to teach that correctly and properly, because we've told you that it's no E's, O's, U's, V's, J's, or F's in the Hebrew, the Lashawan Kadash. Now, I suggest this time that you go and research that if you are sincere. If you are not sincere, then don't come back in the live, bro. All right? At the end of the day, we men. We ain't got time to babysit and play around the bush. We don't have time to do that, bro. All right? JK, you teaching your brother right now the truth. You ain't even got it yet, bro. You know, the best thing for you to do would be to learn the truth, because you was in the live yesterday with the brothers and you was talking about they sound Irish, not knowing that our brothers are Irish, our brothers are Scottish. Okay? This is, you know, but it's good that you trying to bring others in. You know what I'm saying? So I would suggest you bring them over here, or y'all watch Great Millstone together. Y'all watch GMS Elders, The Milk, together. Y'all watch the elders together. Today was camp day, right? Y'all should have been watching all the camps together, at least watching the elders together, learning together, studying, bouncing off one of another, right? Because you know, you still a babe, all right? I'm still a babe 4 years in. Understand that. I'm still a babe. Brothers is still babies 5 years in, right? So when we talking about this truth, we talking about a massive amount of information that you will not obtain even in 40 years of learning, even in 30 years of learning, decades and decades and decades of studying. No, we talking about everything, right? Understanding everything. So this ain't something you can get hold on to and you can hold on to in a couple of weeks, but it's good that you showing the initiative. That's a beautiful thing. Malak, meaning king. That's a beautiful thing. So keep doing what you're doing. All right, if your brother is taking on and he's resonating with it and he's holding on to it, then that's beautiful. Bring him into this thing and y'all grow together. I've seen brothers come into this thing together and teach together. It's kind of rare, but Yahawashi did it, right? Yahawashi had 2 brothers in the faith, 2 brothers in the truth. So it's possible, right? But understand, he's not taking, it's rare for him to pull, 2 out of a household like that, in the sense of, normally it's just you be the black sheep of your family. That's how it be most of the times. But let me see. All right, the brother said, how do you greet someone? The brother's going to give you, they're going to hook you up right now. All right, that comment board is full of knowledge, full of understanding. This is the thing about Great Millstone and affiliates. We all have to be taught. We all have to learn. We all have to know how to teach. This is why any question you ask me, the brothers in the comments got you. I don't even got to pay it. I can turn the comments. Like I could teach, turn my phone that way and still teach. And I'll be confident enough that the brothers got every question. That's how we moving over here, right? every one of my brothers is right there. Because they're what? They're doing lessons. They're studying. They're applying themselves. They're diligent. They're learned men, you know? So we ain't no yes men over here. All right? Yeah, the brothers will correct you. They corrected you, right? You know, they corrected you, bro. Okay? It shouldn't be no more discussion on that. Point blank, period. All right? So let's go into the lesson, which I'm going to just title this one simply, Respect. I'm going to hit a couple precepts. I'm not about to be in here no 4 hours. At the most, I'll be in here an hour. All right? So let's start Matthew 7:12. So whatever you wish that others would do to you, do also to them, for this is the law and the prophets. So treat others how you want to be treated, man. Okay? You want to deal with others with respect. You want to be given that same type of respect. Me, I try to give brothers the utmost respect because I want that utmost respect, right? Especially when I got brothers up on a panel, when I'm engaging with brothers, I'm knowing, you know, we flowing, etc., and we're moving as one. So I want to give my brothers the respect because I respect my brothers. I love my brothers, and I know that Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi is dwelling with them as well, the same as with me. I'm not over here like, yeah, I'm the only one that know this shit. Oh, no, y'all niggas new. Y'all don't got it. No. I trust that them brothers is doing what they supposed to do. That if anything come up, they got it as well. I can step away from the lesson. Hey, I'll be right back. Boom. Lesson still moving, flowing. I just got to jump back in and jump back in that chemistry. Jump back in that brotherhood. Jump back in that body. Jump back in the flow of the lesson. Right? I shouldn't be the only one that knows how to do the lesson. Every brother, hey, if you commenting, because I'm about to get more strict on the comments, man. We about to get back to just precepts. Because it'd be a lot of goofy shit going on down there sometimes. But every brother that be commenting, and all, you know, if you a brother that's doing lessons, it's all good, though. But for you noobs, y'all gonna have to learn the correct way to come in, man. All right? Because maybe we've been getting lax over time, you know. We're gonna have to start getting more strict, you know, because brothers, I don't know, y'all thinking it's sweet and shit, but we gotta I gotta move how I move on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Order, yeah, exactly. Because if you see the order manipulated and twisted, then you think that's good. That's all good. Oh, it's good. We could just be coking and joking in the comments. Oh yeah, crack a joke here, crack a joke there. Hey, sometimes we cracking jokes, but guess what? That's brothers that are seasoned, that do their thing. You know, you don't got to worry about me or Matazabak or a Darga Bar. You ain't got to worry about us doing lessons. We going to do our lessons, right? So if we crack a joke here and there, it's whatever. We've earned that right, right? But we going to make sure we dropping them precepts. You know what I'm saying? Brother Kakama as well. Brother Nakaf, Brother Darashamaf, right? They doing their lessons. They doing what they supposed to do, you know? But babes, I got to remember when I came in how I was. I tell you brothers all the time, I did not talk in the comments. I got to start, hey, it's got to be like that for the babes, man. Because I don't want to deprive you of what I got. I don't want to deprive you of what I went through, right? Who would I be to deprive you of discipline? I'm about to start saying that to my kids. Who would I be to deprive you of discipline? I love that. I need to write that out. I got to put, that's a shirt. Babe, you making all these shirts. Make me a shirt. Make me a shirt. Okay? So let's keep it going. Romans 12:10. Love one another with brotherly affection. Outdo one another in showing honor. You want to uplift brothers. You want to, hey, bro, good lesson you did. Right? Hey, bro, I've been seeing you've been pumping out lessons, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so we exhort, but we also rebuke, we also reprove, we also check. And that's all through respect. I'm not going to cuss out a brother. You see, the brother Yahawah, he went off the other day. Did I cuss him out? No. Right? I showed that brother respect. Is the brother in here? And if he was in here, he could attest to it. I didn't cuss the brother out. I coped and joked with him about it because he knew he messed up. He knew he shouldn't have went up and debunking dumbass Dwayne's Hebrew lie. He knew he shouldn't have did that, right? I didn't cuss the brother out. It was a slight work. It was like, all right. And I used it more as an edification point of why not to do this. Because I showed that brother respect. Because guess what? I want the same respect. I want that same respect, man. I want that same honor. I want that same love shown to me. All right? You know, the only way you get cussed out, bro, is if you like a Nehemiah's. You come in here, you on some spy shit, and you can't take the rebuke, and you want to go do your own thing. All right? Or if you like a Amawan, you know, Barak, that dude. You want to do your own thing. You bucking up against the elders, etc. Then that's how you get cussed out. All right? That's when you boom, boom, boom. When we rebuke somebody like that, we rebuke their ass sharply, man. You know? Now, if you messed up and you sincere, but you know, whatever, your first offense, okay, man, I got it. Yeah. But now if it consistently happens, then that's when it gets up. That's when brothers have to consistently, you know, jump on you now. All right, we got to check this, brother. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why you keep doing this? Why does this keep occurring? Why do you keep making this mistake? Right? At the end of the day, you know? So let's keep it going. This is 1 Peter 2:17. Honor everyone. Honor everyone. I'm talking about the babe that just came in the room and the elder that's been here. I'm talking about from JK to Alliance to 12. Honor everyone. We don't do no respect of persons. Oh, but you know, that's my dog. So, you know, I'm gonna show him, I'm gonna treat him different. Cause I known him for 8 years. And I only known you for 2 weeks. So what? If the brother's sincere, the brother may be of the 144,000. You treating him different though? You old kiss ass type dude, man. I'm not doing that shit. I don't give a fuck, bro. Alright? A lot of dudes, hey, yeah, he go back to the One West. But he's on bullshit. He go back to the One West, but he's on bullshit. Alright? What does that mean? Is that his excuse? That's his hall pass? Yeah, I know he don't teach the MOTB, but he go back to the One West. Oh, that's that nigga's hall pass. My bad. You can go through. No! You think Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi about to let him slide? He's teaching incorrectly. Nigga, you don't slide on this side. Okay? You get an ICBM, you get an ICBM missile like the 2/3 get a, cause you is a 2/3. We ain't letting nobody slide. You start letting him slide, then you gonna let him slide, and you gonna let them slide. That's respect of persons. Cause he got clout. Clout ain't no real thing, bro. It's not a real thing. What have you done for Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi lately? What have you done? All right? So it's a difference between respect and respect of persons. Right? We show respect how dealing with brothers with love and order, class, all right, calmness, patience, apt to teach, flowing, chemistry, right? And then it's a difference between kissing somebody's ass. Hey, that's my bro. Yeah. No, man. All right? You gotta call a square, bro. A duck, a duck. You know, a spade. Okay? We can't be around here cutting corners, bro. You cutting corners building a house. Before you know it, your house come falling down because you didn't place the pieces correctly. You know? Let's keep it going. This is Titus 2:7. Show yourself in all respects to be a model of good works, and in your teaching show integrity, dignity, integrity. What's integrity? What's integrity? To do the right thing when nobody is looking, when nobody is watching. Now, who's always watching? Question to the comment board. Who's always watching? Right? You know, today we drinking some kombucha. All right, it's good for the gut. This is ginger, lemon. All right, it's good for the gut. And ginger It's good for the stomach as well. Okay? Let me see. Only 2 people answering. Who's always watching? That's the question. The word Bahasham Yahawashi. Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. Why? The Halalyam, the angels, is the eyes. His eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So his angels are always watching. So you better have that integrity. Don't think you can pull a fast one on Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi ever. It's not going to happen. All right? Let's get that Isaiah 66. Let's get that Isaiah 66, man. You know, I love this one too. I love this one. Isaiah 66, starting at 15. For behold, Yahawah will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. His anger because of what? Because he saw what you was doing. The report got back. He knows. How he gonna be mad at somebody? The scripture says Yahawah doesn't even look at sin. He can't even put his eyes on sin. So you like, oh, Father can't look at sin, so he's not going to see what I'm doing. But guess what? The report is coming back. Because who does see your sin? His eyes, the angels, the Halalyam, that are right beside you with the inkhorn, writing it down. And they are taking the report back, and they are giving it to the 7 holy angels, and they are going in between the chamber of Yahawah and Yahawashi. Okay? And they are making the report on your behalf. All right? They're making the report on your behalf. You know, it's like a courtroom. You look at it like a courtroom, right? That's the evidence. The Halalyam got the evidence. They eyewitnesses. Oh, you thought there wasn't no eyewitnesses there, huh? You thought nobody saw your shit. You go back to, what is it, King of New York? With, old dude. I think he's a Jake, too. You know, and you got Lawrence Fishburne. And his character, he got caught by the cops. And they was like, we got a witness this time. He's like, I don't need no witnesses. It's always witnesses. We got a witness this time, baby. We got a witness. It's always witnesses. Okay? You cannot escape. You look at, you do this in the comparison, how Esau is setting up CCTV. They got it everywhere. AI. Y'all might have said that that movie War of the Worlds was trash acting and everything. But look past the acting and look at what was shown to you. How they can monitor everything that you're doing. All right, Salaki, I talked about this earlier on my live today on the YouTube. You know, they can monitor everything you're doing. That's the witnesses. That's Esau's side of it. Because he wants to set himself up as Yahawah. So he has to have his eyes as well. Right? But Yahawah has far more eyes than that. But he can see everything. Right? He don't need technology to see you. Right? He don't need satellites in the sky to see you. He don't need that drone in the sky to see you. Okay? So keeping it going, he's angry because of what he saw that you were doing. Because the report got back to him. Verse 16, for by fire and by his sword will Yahawah plead with all flesh, and the slain of Yahawah shall be many. What's plead mean? Comment board, question to you. What's plead mean? When Yahawah will plead with you, what's that mean? Let's see who up in here. Yanasha, Shakwaya, Shalawam, Kakuma, of course. Yakanana, Shalawam, sister. Couple other noobs. Shalawam to the noobs. And JK and Kawama War. Alright, what does plead mean? Plead. Beg. User. User. Oh my God. I want to expand on that. So user, we gonna talk to him. You know. You think God got to beg with you? You think he got to beg of you? You think he got to come and beg? What he got to beg you for? I'm serious, bro. Cause you put beg. Why he got to beg you? What you got that he won't? What does the Most High have? What do you have that the Most High wants? Okay? No, it said, but listen to the scripture. Listen to the scripture. Okay, let's read it one more time. For by fire and by his sword will Yahawah plead with all flesh. You think that means beg? All right? I'm thinking right now, you know in your mind that you got the answer wrong. It doesn't matter. It's all good. All right? That's why we here. Okay? Okay. So, his weapons, as the brothers put, judge. Exactly. All right? When he pleads, that means he's going to judge you. And judgment. Ain't no petition. Okay? It's judgment. That means he going to unalive you. That's what that means. When he pleads with you. He ain't begging nobody. Okay? Context clues. This is something we was taught in school. Maybe we was taught incorrectly, but we about to reteach it. For by fire. So this is one weapon he's going to use. And what is that fire? ICBM missiles and the chariots also, right? You know, and don't forget volcanoes. I did a lesson on that last year. He's going to have volcanoes erupting, okay? He's going to have all different types of disasters happening, okay? This is how he's going to plead. Earthquakes, okay? All these type of things are going to happen. Fires everywhere, all right? You have, when those trains was derailing, you have forever chemicals that's already in the soil. If that stuff gets lit to fire, it's going to burn for many years, right? They're forever chemicals. And it's going to be extremely hazardous for you to live in America. Nobody will live in America on the day of Yahawah. It will be a burning. It will be a burning pit, man. This is what you know as the lake of fire. All right? So that's one weapon. For by fire and by his sword will Yahawah plead. No, not pray, not cry out, not beg. Yahawah's not praying, crying out, or begging no one. All right? Once again, plead means to judge. To judge. All right? So he's using fire and sword. Who is Yahawah's sword? Question to the comment board. Who is Yahawah's sword? Come on, y'all. Let's go, man. I ain't got all night. What's his sword? That brother done said Yahawashi. Come on, Kakama. Yanasha and Yakanana and Shaquall, y'all, man. Y'all, I got cookies in the kitchen. I promise y'all, if y'all was here, y'all would get them. Judas, you and Kakama, I don't know what's up with y'all tonight. What y'all doing, man? Okay? APTTMH, we don't even want to talk about you, but no, not the book. Not the book. That's not his sword. All right? Kakama have right, though, because after Esau, Yahawashi will be the sword. Most definitely. And we will be his sword. But in this reference, we're talking about Esau, Edom. Let's go to Psalms 17 and 13. Arise, O Yahawah, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. So the wicked, Esau, Edom, is the sword. Who's sending the nukes? Who's sending the nukes? Dude, we gotta learn how this is taking place. Who is sending the nukes? Somebody answer this. Who's sending majority of the nukes? Right? Who's fighting one another? Esau. Esau. Yeah. Gog, which is Edomites. And don't forget the UK. Don't forget Revelation 17. They shall hate the whore. Don't forget Jeremiah 50th chapter. The mother which bare you is sore confounded. Don't forget that Great Britain, France, Portugal, Spain, they're going to hate America. So they're going to send nukes. So Esau, those Edomites, and Russia, those Edomites, the Germans as well, Switzerland, Sweden, the whole EU, the rest of the beasts will send nukes at America. Right? I don't know, man. Brothers forgetting. I don't know, man. We got to do a lesson on that. All right? We got to do a lesson on that. All right? Now, it's all good, man. If you hear sword, you should know. You said the book. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying on that. All right? But another thing on you, bro, we don't say APTTMH. You know, if you sincere, I would suggest you start saying the name of Yahawah and Yahawashi. For brother could get that brother the true names, because those are the proper names, the correct names, which are written on stone, not given to us by no colonizer. Okay, for you individuals that do not know, Yahweh, Yeshua, Yahusha, Yasharahla, whatever, all those names were given to you by colonizers. Okay, Yahawah is actually written on stone. All right. Okay, at the end of the day, through Paleo Hebrew, we understand that the name of the Son is Yahawashi. So, you know, furthermore, bro, I wouldn't say APTTMH. You want to give the Most High his full glory. You want to say his name. You don't want to shorten it. That really comes from this YN and YB culture, this generation. These what is that called again? An abbreviation, right? You know, you remember LOL and STFU and all that bullshit. We don't bring that into this truth, man. You know, I just be honest. It's tacky. I'm just being honest. It's tacky. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of all you brothers doing that shit. It's tacky as hell. All right, not to jump on your head, bro, but you know, you wanna move in a better vibration than that. But Shalawam to you though. All right, let's keep it going. So Esau is the sword. All right, and right after I did that breakdown, this individual put Yahuwah, and guess what? You get the fuck up out of here. I mean, you know, I can't entertain stupid. You know, if you if you stupid, like you want to openly debate, you want to openly contest what we just brought out, you got to go, right? You're a distraction to the sheep. You come in here for contentions. We don't do that. I'm not here to fight you, bro. I'm here to teach the sheep that want to learn. If you're not one of those, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Yeah, this is a lecture. This is a lecture. Most definitely. This is a lecture. User, yes indeed. This is a classroom setting. I'm glad you understand that. All right, now let's keep it going. Let's go back to Isaiah 66. And let's go to verse 17, where we was going. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst. What is that one tree? That's these false doctrines. What was a tree in the garden when it said Adam and Eve hid themselves among the trees? What are those trees? Comment board. Another question. Because JK, you said you wanted a Q&A. So what I did was I gave you half Q&A, half lesson. All right? I gave you half Q&A, half lesson. And I don't, you know, this is for you. You said you wanted a Q&A. Yeah, Khan, yeah. I Shakwa y'all. And Yanasha got it right. And Kakama, yeah, people. But yeah, most significantly, the other nations, the heathens. They hid themselves among the other nations. All right? Because they were under their other doctrines. They were under their other vibrations. So they were fitting in. This is what our people do. So Adam and Eve was basically trying to be Gentiles. They was moving in that wave. And they were naked, meaning vulnerable, because they knew they messed up. They went off. This is when you Israelites know that you're doing some BS. You don't want to face up to it. You trying to hide, and you trying to hide it from the Most High. But what did we say earlier? His eyes is 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So you can't. It's no way you can hide it. All right? That wasn't Yahawah that was looking for them. That was the prophets. It said the Lord was calling out to them. That was the prophets looking for them. And they're going to find you. This word is going to find you. You're going to get your judgment regardless. Now what happened? They got kicked out. You're going to get your judgment. You cannot escape. Right? So this tree spoke of in Isaiah 66 and 18, Salakia, 17 is talking about people, these doctrines, this philosophy, the other nations. You trying to hide. All right, let's read it one more time. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh. You eating pig. You like, oh, well, you know, America, we eat pig. They got bacon on everything. You got bacon over here, bacon over there. America's not going to save you. Where is your salvation resting? Well, who is your salvation up to? The American government? Last time I checked, nope. Last time I checked, they don't control, what's going on with your salvation, with your soul. But don't the scripture say, fear him who can destroy your body and your soul? Right? And that's who? That's Yahawah. Last time I checked, the government can't destroy your soul, man. They can destroy your body, yeah, whatever. You go up into the spirit world, you come back. Right? So the government cannot they cannot destroy your soul. Right? So let's keep it going. Eating swine's flesh and the abomination, such as cat, rat, bat, lobster, crab. Oh, you thought just because it didn't say those things, we can eat those. No, the abomination. A lobster, a crab, a rat, a bat, a cat, shrimp, crawfish, catfish, all right? Calamari. You fancy, huh? Yeah, calamari. Okay, that's abomination. Octopus. Are you fancy, though? Octopus, huh? Oh, you a bougie type Negro. Okay? Yeah, that's abomination. You know better than anybody else. That's abomination. All right? So that falls in that line. The abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith Yahawah. So all y'all gonna unalive together. Now I'm gonna read it all with that understanding. That they that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind one tree, other nations, in the midst, eating swine's flesh. And the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith Yahawah. All y'all gonna be unalive together. Right? For I know their works and their thoughts. It shall come that I will gather all nations and tongues, and they shall come and see my glory. And I will set a sign among them, and I will send those that escape of them into the nations, to Tarshish, Pool, and Lord, and draw the bow to Sabal and Javan, to the isles afar off, that have not heard my fame, neither have seen my glory, and they shall declare my glory among the Gentiles. And they shall bring all my brethren for an offering unto Yahawah out of all nations. So these are Israelites, right? Unto Yahawah out of all nations, upon horses and in chariots and in litters and upon mules and upon swift beasts, to my holy mountain Jerusalem, saith Yahawah, as the children of Israel bring an offering in a clean vessel into the house of Yahawah. All right? At the end of the day, let me check that real quick. Kind of Israel, yep. Verse 21, and I will also take of them for priests and for Levites, saith Yahawah. Who can be a priest? Who? A heathen? A heathen? Can a heathen be a priest? Only an Israelite. Okay? And not just the Levites anymore, because of Yahawashi, because of the order of Melchizedek, Malak Tazadak. All right? So now, every Israelite man will be a priest and a king. Okay? Now, this is stemming back to the base lesson of respect. And we're going to get to it 1 minute. Let me get some more of this kombucha. So, when you're dealing with brothers, you got to remember that. Hey, if this brother got woke up, man, this brother going to be a king and a priest, man. This brother, and even in general, the scriptures say, man, you entertain angels. All right? Man, let's go to Leviticus. Let's go to Leviticus. Because I think it'd be like, through whatever, brothers be forgetting. This is Leviticus 19:15. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty. Let's treat everybody the same. But in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. If you don't do that, then guess what? You will end up like some of these guys out here trying to have Edomites kiss your feet, and they not even Edomites. This could be your brother. This could be your brother, man, of the 144,000 or the 1/3, and you telling him just because he got YT skin, you telling him to kiss your feet. You dumbass Israelite. All right? That's showing that these guys is not of the elect. Because they're high-minded. They're ignorant. Okay? They're holding themselves up. They're putting titles on themselves. They're lifting themselves up higher than other brothers. You forgotten that your ass came out of the world, that you was stupid. You was sottish. You forgotten who brought you up out of this thing. You're not showing the same love and affection that was shown to you. That's crazy. Yeah, but I teach lessons. They can't stop me. No, nigga, you can be stopped. You can be stopped. Everybody can be stopped. We can all be stopped. Boom. Did it click to you? You can be stopped. Your clock can stop ticking. Yahawah can be like, nah, man, you can't, nah. Okay? Don't get high-minded. Always remember to be humble, to be meek, to move with respect, to move in love, to move in caring. Don't get caught up. We did a lesson, man, last year. That cut a Christian demon. That's a demon. Yeah, man, I had to cut him, man. I had to, what? So what? Nigga, you knew we couldn't get it off the first 3 minutes of talking with him. Why is we continuing? Right? Why are we continuing? Let it go. Nah, but for edification purposes. Okay, edify without embarrassment. Edify without embarrassing. It gets to a point where brothers are belittling individuals just for the sake of their damn ego and their pride. I had to let everybody know, man. I cut a nigga quick. Okay, we sure you can cut. Ain't nobody denying your cut ability. You got cut ability. He cuts. But come on, bro. That's not it. That's not what Yahawashi came down here to do. Just to cut. Right? Man, he taught. To be a teacher is to be a teacher. It's not just to cut. We ain't just here to cut. I don't even care about that. We don't even care about that, man. If that's your style of teaching and that's the only style you got, then you're not a teacher. If all you know how to do is cut, all you know how to do is rebuke, that's not teaching. All you do is cut. All you do is swing the sword. You don't got no strategy. You don't know how to tell the archers, get over here. Command the armies. Tell your cavalry the charge and fall back. All you do is cut. What is that? You're going to get tired. You're going to get tired. Right? You have to have different strengths. You have to be what? Well-rounded. You take it to basketball. Jordan, he was great defensively. Kobe, great defensively. They're great scorers. That's the main thing you know about them. Because when they did do that, they did it great. But they was great defensively. They was great rebounding, steals, right? Passing. Hey, Kobe was a great passer. For you individuals, he never passed. He was a great passer. Right? When he needed to do that. Right? And that's the thing about respect and flowing in the brotherhood. Being able to pass it. Your brother's open. Right? That you got to do that to let a brother build. You got to let a brother build and let a brother grow. You might have broke this lesson down 20 times. The brother may have never broke it down, or he might have broken it down once or whatever. Let that brother build it. Let that brother break it down. It's that brother's time to build that brother up. Right? I want all the brothers strong. Not just me. Not just the brother Shalawam, brother Matazaba. Not just the brother Dargabar. Not just the brother Shalawam Jaquan. Not just the Lions. I want all the brothers strong. Every brother should know how to break down Revelations 13. Every brother should know how to break down Ezekiel 38. So we don't get confounded amongst these Christians or whatever comes. Simple stuff, man. Right? Simple stuff. Everybody must be sharp, not just one brother. We not here to feed our egos and pride. That shit's supposed to go out the window. All right, so let's keep going on respect. This is Philippians 2 and 3. Do nothing from selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourselves. Man, take that back to what we said earlier. All right, where was it at? Romans 12 and 10. Love one another with brotherly affection. Outdo one another in showing honor. So you count the other brothers more significant than yourselves. What happened? Nothing happens, Zaquan. I'm just going in on respect, all right, amongst the brotherhood and loving one another and flowing in chemistry, right? So every brother, like, you look at a brother, you be like, man, hey, nice garment, bro. I see you out there. I see you. Nice lesson. Boom, boom, boom. You bigging one another up. We should be lifting one another up and bigging one another up, right? That's how brotherhood, that's how the brotherhood flows. We not like NIGGAs. We talking about each other and dissing one another and saying slick shit and other things, you know? Like, I don't know if that was a joke the other day. The brother came in and he was like, is that a lineup I see? To the brother Adar. I was like, man, there ain't no damn lineup. The brother ain't got no lineup. Like, especially in teaching settings, we have to show ourselves tight and strong, especially in the midst of these, you know, when we teaching heavy, we got to show ourselves proper to not bring any blame to the ministry. You know, at the end of the day, we got to show ourselves strong and proper and no clinks amongst one another. That's why you handle things, if it is any type of, you handle it in private, right? We done had fallouts and stuff like that. Lord willing, we never have those again. You know what I'm saying? Because we move in order and we grow and we got a better chemistry now. We have more respect with one another. We all are more seasoned. Right? Let's keep it going. This is Romans 13 and 2. Therefore, whoever resists the authorities resists what power has appointed, and those who resist will incur judgment. What's the authorities over us right now? Right? Of course, you know, you got captivity, but more so, your spiritual parents, your spiritual fathers, your spiritual parents, brothers that are over you, brothers that have taught you so much, brothers that, hey, in a sense, discipline you. Yeah, you get those spiritual ass whoopings. Don't you? We all know that. We all felt that, right? So don't resist that authority. You can scroll on this TikTok and you can find countless Israelites that that resist that authority, that resist the elders, that resist that understanding. They don't want that proper discipline. They don't want that proper understanding. Therefore, they are as the disobedient ones, otherwise known as 2/3, unless they repent and come into the sheepfold. If you come in a different way, you are a robber and a thief and a robber. That's going to you, that your origin is you resisted the authorities that are over you, right? Now, that's also talking about the government, man. If you in this thing and you constantly having issues with the law or stuff like that, you can't, you know, you gotta fit in. You gotta understand we in captivity. You gotta move in wisdom. You gotta know, you know, not the speed and get tickets and constantly be an issue, and now you gotta ask the brothers for money, and nah, man. It gets to a point, hey, come on, bro, what you doing? Don't stay out the way. I always say that, stay out the way. You stay out the way. You don't be in them streets. Because the more you in them streets, the more that Satan is trying to sift you. If you believe it or not, especially you new brothers coming in, Satan is right there trying to sift you. He trying to pull you back. He's like, damn, I lost one. I gotta go get him. He throwing extra demons, trying to get you back with him because he just lost you one. He just lost one. What's that Lauryn Hill? You just lost one. That's how Satan feels. He just lost one. He wants you back. So you come to serve Yahawah, expect much temptation. That's what's gonna happen. It be thoughts in your head. It be things that's going on. That's why you gotta check and examine everything that you do. What we've been pushing lately. Purpose, purpose, purpose. To be more purposeful. To move more purposeful. Right? Yeah, always problems outside. Just got to stay low key. Stay out the way. Alright? I don't speak of Gay-Z. I don't speak of him. We don't even say that name in here. Alright? Only album he got good is the first one. Let me stop. Anyway, so stay out the way. It's nothing out there for you. You know? And for you younger brothers, 19, 20, 21, you be like, damn, I never experienced. Okay, so what? The kingdom is so much like that's going to be there. Trust me, bro. It's nothing in the club for you, man. All right? It's nothing in the club except loose women and people trying to scam you and mess you over. That's all that's there. It's nothing there. You ain't missing nothing. All right? I know brothers got to go through their own experiences and they gotta learn and they gotta, you know, boom, boom, boom. But I pray Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi be with you when you going through that stuff. Because, yeah, you got to learn from experience if you don't listen to the authorities, the ones that's trying to give you that understanding. Right? Let's get a couple more, and then we'll wrap it up. Oh, it's Luke 14:10. But when you are invited, go and sit in the lowest place, so that when your host comes, he may say to you, friend, move up higher. Then you will be honored in the presence of all who sit at table with you. You come in taking a low position. This is what you should keep in the back of your mind. Play the low. What did we say yesterday? We are always the bigger man. The hopeful elect. We always being the bigger man because we always playing the low. We never taking we taking a high road, right? We playing the low because what is that? Pride is gone. Ego is gone. You know, I remember in the world, man, I got in a couple fights. What was that stemming from? Ego. Because your pride is hurt. Your ego is hurt. So now you feel like you got to throw hands or whatever because somebody disrespected you. All right? When you come to this truth, you move in wisdom, you move in understanding. Those type of situations don't even occur anymore. You don't get in those type of situations no more. And if they do, you know how to handle them with a better and a more level head. Right? It's all about having a level head. This goes with dealing with the comment board. This goes with dealing with individuals that you may bring up. To deal with them with a level head. Brother Matazaba always say it, you know, let somebody talk. Let them dig that ditch. Just let them do that. That's what you need to do. And then you come back and you cut them. Right? Many may think that, a snake is like a demonic animal. It's not. A snake is a very wise animal. So we move like a snake in the sense of teaching. I let him talk. Okay, you said this that contradicted the scriptures. You said this that contradicted the scripture. Okay, you said this that contradicted. Okay, boom. Now I'm about to strike. I'm about to hit you with 3 precepts that you don't win against the scriptures with. Right? You sit back and observe. You sit back and learn. That's how you got to move. All right? Don't be hasty and just... No. You let them dig the ditch. Let's get that in Psalms. They dig a ditch and they fell into it. They fall into it themselves. I think, what is that? Dig, let the ditch be dig. I'm going to find it real quick. This is Psalm 7 and 15. He made a pit and digged it and is fallen into the ditch which he made. This is easy with a fool. You let a fool do it. Really, you let a man talk, it's going to show if he's a fool or a wise man. Because a fool is known by a multitude of words. What he's saying, just babbling. I remember that chick, if brothers that was in the Dogger Bars live yesterday, that chick that came up, she was just, it's like she liked to hear her own voice. She was just Sound like Speedy Gonzalez or something. I'm like, I can't even understand nothing the lady's saying. That's showing you that she was foolish. Nobody can understand you. But you just love to hear your own voice. Right? Not making any type of sense here or there. So you let somebody talk, and you what you should. This is why you gotta be studied. This is why you gotta learn. This is why it takes time to get there. This is why we watch and we read constantly. The scriptures are not repetitive, right? As the elders say, repetition is a mastery trait. You reread. Yeah, read Obadiah. You read Obadiah like 5 times, man. All right? Until it sticks, right? You should know, Esau came in, Obadiah 1 and 10. You should know these type of things. Break it down piece by piece. This is why you do the breakdowns, to get that knowledge, to furthermore cement it in your mind, right? So this is why these works are done. We're not doing these works for no reason. We're doing these works to fight off spirits, to fight off demons, which are being thrown at us, to fight our mind. You do these works, So let's, we about done, man. Let's go back to Leviticus 19 and back to the 15th verse. And we're going to go down here and go to maybe 19 or 20. Hey, puzzle piece. That puzzle piece, I believe, is an hour. So, I said I was going to wrap it up around an hour. So let's start to close. Leviticus 19 and 15. Ye shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty. Treat the janitor like the CEO. That's what they say, right? That's what the scriptures say. No respect of persons, right? But in righteousness shalt thou judge thy neighbor. Let's get a precept. This is John 7 and 24. Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment. That's coming right there. That's where Yahawashi was saying it from. Yahawashi was just speaking the scriptures the same way that Paul was just speaking the scriptures. Saying parables and things of that nature. But a lot of that is stemming back to the scriptures. Yahawashi was learned. He was the word. He's the word. He was extremely learned. How? Because he studied. Because he knows. The Holy Spirit is dealing with him. What did he meditate on? He wakes up. He prays. He fasts. He moves in that vibration. His entire life is that. Right? Now we know we got jobs. We might have families. We might have, whatever we got going on. But if you can, you need to make majority of your time into this thing, majority of your free time about this thing. That's what it means to forsake, right? Maybe you don't play the game tonight. Maybe you don't watch that show with your wife. You let it. This is what I be doing with my rib. We let certain shows just let them stack up. We just let them stack up. Then when we watch them, we can watch the whole first season. Boom, it's already done. So now we watching it. We watching one. We ain't gotta wait on next week, cause I'm chill. We gonna let it stack up. Boom. That's cause it's annoying to be waiting. I hate Esau. Wait till next week. Nah, fuck that. All right. So forgetting that other stuff. Putting this thing first. This is your way out. That's a fire name for a scripture, man. This is your way out. If a brother want to take it and bake it, man. This is your way out. I don't see no other way out. If a brother got another way out, please send me that. Let me know. How else can I leave? It's no other way, bro. This is the way out. All right? Working out your own salvation with fear and trembling. By our faith and our works are we saved. Right? So going back to Leviticus. Verse 16. Thou shalt not go up and down as a talebearer among thy people, neither shalt thou stand against the blood of thy neighbor. I am Yahawah. Don't lie. Don't slander. Don't hate. Don't do none of that. We don't hold grudges. That's that NIGGA spirit is gone. You can't sit back here and be like, oh, you holding a grudge or whatever. No, that should not occur. Right? As men, things are worked out right there and then. This is the thing with our nation that always happens. They let tensions build. You let stuff bubble. You know how you, what is this? Is this a rap beef? You let this shit bubble over time. No, that's not what we do in the truth, man. Okay? That's why the scriptures say, rebuke them sharply. We ain't sitting around letting nothing bubble. You know, that's not happening. Right? Let's keep it going. Verse 17, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart, because we didn't let nothing bubble. So we don't hate our brothers in our mind. We don't hate our brothers in our heart. We're not sitting back letting stuff bubble. Every brother should hold themselves accountable. Right? As you examine yourself, you think, you watch your lessons. Oh man, I could have, I ran it too much right there. I was talking too much. I ain't getting enough scriptures. I was talking over the brother. I could have let the brother talk more. I should have brought a precept. Man, what we doing? We ain't brought out no precept in like 5 minutes. What the hell is we doing? Right? Somehow you sit back and watch your lessons. And you learn how to grow better and how to get better. This thing ain't about us sitting back and talking. Yeah, sometimes we be talking, but hey, if the precepts is coming out, then it's all good. If it's all about Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, that's it. You know? It's just that's part of examining yourself. You examine your work. You know? That's how you get better. What did Kobe do? What did Jordan do? Watch tape. What are these lessons? It's tapes. You watch tape, watch film, watch the elders, watch how they get down. Watch how they handle scoffers. Watch how they handle mockers. Watch how they handle these situations. You watching tape, you watching film. Your spirit is growing as you're watching. Watch camp. Watch these situations, right? You have to be built up. This is all experience. This is all training. Everything is OJT. Life is OJT. Going to work and dealing with co-workers is OJT. Because you have to apply these scriptures. Man, they had a party, man, and all they had was pepperoni pizza. And they asking me, do I want some? And I'm like, nah, I'm good. Right? What, you Muslim? Nah, I just don't eat pork because it's bad for you. Oh, okay. Like, nigga, what? Like, apply the scriptures. OJT, always. Right? Road rage. I say that a lot. You get road rage. Work on your spirit. Calm, patient. Right? Hey, man, I'm going to let him pass. I'm going to let that go. You know, I ain't tripping. Right? So, because you an ambassador. You are an ambassador, if you don't know that or not. You come into this truth, you are an ambassador. You are representing Yahawah and Yahawashi down here. That's what you're doing. This is an extremely high position, man. Okay? This ain't nothing to play around with. So you bring blame to them? Well, what? He don't, you know, that shit ain't gonna happen too much. Okay? We seen certain individuals bring blame and they get gone with the quickness. Spirit gone from them. Because they can no longer be ambassadors. They can no longer represent the ministry. Look at Saul. He was the king. He got it stripped. He didn't represent it correctly. He couldn't follow orders. He couldn't listen. This is why simple things like don't go and bugged out lives and jump on these guys or whatever, you know, shit like that, and bring blame to the ministry where you allowing them to control the stage and all that. We gotta back off this. All right? So just keep that in mind. Ambassador, representative. We are not from this world. E.T., we trying to phone home, man. We sweet chariot. Right? So keeping it going. Let's read that 17 again. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. That's love. That's love. Even if brothers can't see it as love. Is the brother APTTMH in here? Shalawam. That brother took it as love when we corrected him earlier. You know, that brother didn't take it as hate or nothing. And what the brother say? The brother said respect. That's why I could tell brother got a better spirit than a scoffer or a mocker, because he took it the correct way. It's the way that you react to these things that come at you, the scenarios, the situations. He could have reacted and been like, man, forget y'all, blah, 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 and left alive. Then he would have shown his spirit to be whatever, but he reacted in a cool, calm, correct way. You know? So therefore, when I see that brother, I remember that encounter, and I'm like, okay, Shalawam, bro. I'm going to say Shalawam, right? And I still said Shalawam in the first place, right? Because it ain't never personal. We don't know each other. How could it be personal? I've never seen the dude ever. So it's like these guys that be taking stuff like, why they have to all pick on me? We never met you. It's never personal. It's never personal, man. You know? Like, you can't be thinking. And that dudes that do feel like that, it's because they're condemned in their mind. They know something is off. They know they going off. They know they wicked. Right? Because they got a lot of demons and stuff in their conscience that's messing with them. So that rebuke was like the tipping point to make the tea, you know, the steam just came rising out. As you see on them cartoons, when the steam pop up, pew, pew, that's what it was. That rebuke cut them and it made them go crazy. Right? Keeping it going, a couple more. 18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against thy children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am Yahawah. You want that correction just as you give the correction. What's the saying? You gotta take your own medicine. You take what you dish out. You gotta be able to take that. Right? So in the same regard, you should exhort. You should love. You should give the, you know, don't you want that to come back your way too? As much as you rebuke, you exhort, you uplift, you love. It's balance. Going back to what I said earlier, if all you can do is cut, then you're not a teacher. If all you can do is cut, you're not a teacher. That's not the spirit of Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. If every single lesson is rebuke, that's not it. That ain't what Yahawashi did. That ain't what Paul did. Now it might be that's part of it, but all around players is what we trying to be. All around players is what we trying to be, man. All right. And let's get a precept to that. Because thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people, but thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. I am Yahawah. Who is thy neighbor? Your fellow Israelite. Because we hate the wicked every single day. Don't get that twisted. I feel like I ain't got to say it because I ain't really seen no bug outs up in here. But, you know, for anybody in here, don't get it twisted. Oppression maketh a man, a wise man, mad. Right? That it says a wise man because some of our people oppressed and they taking the bag. They not mad. They trying to do what they can to make it in this society. They trying to, you know, they getting millions and billions and et cetera, getting bent over and et cetera, et cetera. So the oppression didn't make them mad. It made them glad. It was like, oh, I'm going to hold hands with the white man. Let's go somewhere. Right? Let's get that Exodus 14 and 14. Because thou shalt not avenge mean you don't take vengeance. You don't take vengeance. Bruh, somebody, I mean, that's Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi. Somebody, like, not hit my car with a car, but hit it with, like, a cart today. And they scratched it, you know? And I was like, you know, I ain't tripping. I mean, I'm tripping, but I ain't really tripping. I got to go make a police report tomorrow, but I don't know who did it, right? But it is what it is. What I supposed to do? I was get out there and look for him and who the fuck did this, man? You know what I'm saying? Okay. And then I hopefully we can get some camera footage or whatever. But I know at the end of the day, ain't no free will. Yahawah had that happen. So maybe, and as soon as it happened, I was like, oh, it's a test. It's a test, right? It's a test. Okay, control your emotions. Don't trip. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. What I'm about to do, cry about it, right? No, I'm going to handle it the correct way, and that's all I could do. I can't cry and bitch and moan. All it is material. It's a car. It's all it is material. You know? That ain't my salvation ain't based upon what kind of car you drive, what kind of clothes you have, what kind of house you have, apartment, whatever. Doesn't matter. These things is just, Yahawah gave that to me. So he allowed somebody to do something to it. It is what it is. Whatever. Alright? We almost up out of here, bro. We can't be tripping over little petty shit. You know? And to be honest, I think I know what happened too. Because when I pulled in, not to really jump on the story too much, but I was parking and it was like these migrants. And I don't want to get on the Northern Kingdom, but it was these like, I don't know if they was migrants. They look kind of homeless, all right? And this lady had a buggy and she was looking at me all mean and shit. And I was like, why is she tripping? So I just backed in, parked, went in where I was at, and then that shit happened. I was in there. I was like, we went, you know, I came out later on, and I was like, damn. I don't know who did it, but it's all good though. I ain't even tripping. We can't trip over stuff. We just can't. You know, we just got to go about it the correct way, man. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because whoever touch us, meaning touching our belongings, touching our family members, all right, trying to curse us, speaking hate towards us, whatever it be, let's read it. Exodus 14:14. Yahawah shall fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. Right? So, it's not for you to take vengeance. It's not for you. This is not for you. If that was the case, hey, everybody got pew pew, let's go get them. What? No. But you got guys on that type of time that are going to be unalived on that type of time because they don't know what time it is. They're more carnal than spiritual. They want to put matters into their own hands and not wait on Yahawashi. They don't trust in the Father. They don't trust in the Son. All right? Therefore, they be carnal. If they be carnal in that type of way, then they're going to be carnal towards the brotherhood and towards issues that may arise between them and other brothers. Right? Where did it say in the guidelines that everybody's going to get along? It said, if it be possible to live peaceable with all men. Bro, we all came up different. We all came up different ways. You got to understand this thing, right? We all have different type of backgrounds, etc., etc. But through the Spirit, we moving. And we love one another and all of that, right? But it's in this thing is being able to adjust to one another. And that's what I'm really trying to stress through this lesson, is adjusting. And going back to the title of it, respecting one another. And respecting one another to the point where you understand, hey, this brother got it. He got it, right? Brother got it. Swing the sword. You got it, bro. I trust you. I trust you. Brother need assistance. I'm here, right? And when I need assistance, my brothers is here. Boom. It's a good fallback. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that's pretty much the lesson. If it's any type of questions, man, I got like 5 minutes, and then I'm going to wrap it up, man. Right? Hey, Shalawam to every brother, every single brother and sister up in here. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Barak, Ahtham to you and your households. All right, RESPECT. Just respect one another and love one another, man. We one big family. You know, we are one big family. All right. I don't see no questions, man. 1 minute. I'm going to give y'all like 1 minute. Ain't no questions. I'm about to wrap it up. Alliance, I saw y'all out there today. Woo! I saw y'all out there today. Ate the water, Malak. You as well, bro. You as well. Keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing, man. You know? It's good to see you take the initiative and not just do the basic 3 lessons a week, but you try to do more than that. You try to do you try to stay up on it. Because, hey, we grow and we learn from every lesson we do. So it's to the brother Yanasha, growing and learning and doing what he doing, man. To all you brothers, man, that's striving and doing works and doing lessons and working out your own salvation with fear and trembling, man. It's a beautiful thing, all right? Because, Yahawah Bahasham, Yahawashi sees it. Don't ever think that it's not seen. We still breathing, right? Shoot. All of us should be unalived. All of us should be done, but we still here. And that means we're here for a purpose. It's no coincidences. No coincidences. So ain't no questions. So man, hey, facing the east. All praises be to Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well in sincerity, taught us this truth. Shalawam to the Lord's hopeful elect, 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of their ability. As always, Kwam Yasharahla, and a Baba bar to this wicked kingdom. May Yahawah Bahasham, Yahawashi destroy this bitch soon, man. Shalawam, Yahawah be live tomorrow. What time is it? Most likely afternoon. Alright. Pacific time. Maybe like 6 o'clock Eastern time. Alright. So Shalawam, brothers and sisters, Shalawam.